what is going on, guys? It is Tanctics here, and today I'm going to teach you how to disassemble an M4 airsoft gun. Now, before I get into the disassembling part, you are going to need a couple of tools. So let me move this out of the way really quick. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a pliers. I have two different types of pliers. I have this one. This is my favorite one with a little curve at the end. You can get one of these at like a Hobby Lobby type of store, a hobby shop. Okay. You're also going to need two different types of push pins. One's going to be for if you're disassembling the gun, just to paint it. The other one's just going to be just to disassemble it generally. Okay. And then also you're going to need two different types of screwdrivers. Now I do recommend the ones that have like the magnetic tips. These have magnetic tips, very strong magnetic tips. It does really help. You're going to need the right size Allen wrench, and sometimes you might need different sizes, but just accordingly what you need. And since I am painting this gun later on, I'm going to use this tool to get rid of the selector switch, or we'll call it the selector switch. Also, another thing to have, if you don't have like this cool little blue mat where it has storage places where I can put small parts, you get like a little small sort of cup where you can put small screwdrivers. Alright, so let's actually get into the disassembly. Now what I do before I disassemble it now is I have the thing that measures FPS, and that's what I did. I have a checklist. I'm sorry it's not zooming in, but I have a checklist. I have, what's the FPS right now? It's at 350. Okay, is it semi-automatic, fully automatic, and is it working? And then I found out that it's actually skipping bullets. I'm sorry that it's not zooming in, but that's what it is. Alright, so now what you want to do for safety reasons, you want to make sure that the battery is out of the gun. And to do that, the battery could be in the front, it could be in the back, it could be wherever it's, wherever it was manufactured. Mine is actually in the back. And in order to take off this type of stock, instead of pressing it like this, you press it the opposite, you push it the opposite way, and it comes right off. For me, I actually don't have a battery in here, but I just wanted to show that to you. And plus, I also have to take that off for the disassembly. You put this away, you put this to the side. Also, if you wanted to take this off, there actually is a screwdriver or a screw inside the hole right here, and you can unscrew it and it will come right off. Also, next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the magazine is out and there's no ammo. Okay, there is no ammo, so we're good. And you want to put that to the side, of course. And make sure you put everything in the spot it's, where you can remember where it actually is. Now, the reason I say you're going to need an Allen key, you don't always need an Allen key, but there are these little pegs or pins right here, and sometimes you can actually just push them out manually. Sometimes they're screwdrivers. They're all different types of things, but mine was an Allen key. So what we're going to do is we're going to dismantle it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of these little sight things right here. So they go up and down. And right there's actually just a screwdriver spot right there. So I'm just going to take my cool screwdriver right here and just unscrew it like so. And I'm going to screw it back up just to do it, because it's nice to keep everything nice and tight and in the same spot. And then I'm going to do the same thing right here. There's one right here, and I apologize if I look awkward, but it is kind of hard to do this with a camera. Well, actually, you can't see what I look like, but I look pretty dang awkward. And this one just came right off like that. I'm going to go ahead and screw it together so I don't forget where the parts go. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're going to get these pins out. Okay, those little pins right here. Alright, so this one right here, if you take this pin out, it will actually take this whole top receiver up, or upper receiver off. And if you take this one off, it will make the gearbox on the inside, it will loosen the gearbox, it will make it easier to access. You have to do it no matter what. So I'm going to get my Allen wrench and go ahead and loosen it, get it all out of there. Boom, right there. Now sometimes these things can be a pain in the ass to get out. Let's see if mine's a pain in the ass. Yeah, mine's a pain in the ass. So something you could do is you could figure out a way to lift it out. Maybe use a flathead screwdriver or whatever. Let's see what I've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get one of my push pins out here. It's a bigger push pin, and I'm gonna hammer it out. And you could use a mallet. I think I might use a mallet. Oh, actually, I just pushed. It just came right out. My bad, guys. And then go ahead and screw these two. You can't see it, but it's right here. screw these right together. Put that to the side somewhere, and then do the same thing over here. So what I would do after this, once I reassemble this, I'm going to probably lube it up. And your gun is going to get scratched. So I apologize, but you know, if you're working on your gun, things happen out of here. There we go, I got it. Just had to use a push pin. Sometimes you got to use, that's why I say you get some push pins. All right, I'm going to go ahead and screw that together so these two pieces are together. And now the gun should be able to come apart. But there is a spot right here. It's the magazine catch. We have to take that apart. That's why we have the second screwdriver. I apologize. I feel stupid. So this one usually just unscrews from here. There's other ones that are more of a pain to do, but I don't have one of those, so don't worry about it. So what will come out is the screw, this awesome spring right here, and the magazine catch itself. Now another thing I recommend doing is putting everything back together so you don't lose it, and screwing it back together so you don't lose it. You don't have to screw it in all the way, just enough. Put that to the side. Now, I don't think you need that screwdriver anymore. So now this thing should come apart. Oh, that just came right apart real quick. Okay, so that came apart. Alright, so in here, if you wanted to do any work in there, this is where your barrel's going to be and your hop up, but we're not going to mess with that right now. We're just going to put this to the side for a later part of the video. So what I want to do is I want to take the engine out. This is very simple. We'll just take the screwdriver and undo the engine. But they're literally just two screws you take out. This is one, if you wanted to upgrade your engine, this is where you would go, of course. Alright, so I have these small pieces. There's a big screw, or a bigger screw, than this one right here. So you got to remember that. The smaller screw usually goes in the front. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. Now sometimes this thing will be kind of hard to get out, but in this case it's pretty easy. You just pull that right off. And what you could do is you could take that that big screw, put it where it's supposed to be, right there. If it will go in. I don't want to screw it in, so if it's not going to go in, I'm okay with that. Alright, so you can put them together if you wanted to. Put that to the side. Next you're going to have where the wires are. These wires right here are what powers everything. So what I like to do is I like to take my pliers and like to get them out. Got to be very gentle with these because these can actually break pretty easily. So just be very careful. There you go, they all came out. There we go. Alright. Alright, now you can put this is the engine, you can put that to the side. This is just a regular engine. Now there's going to be two screws in the inside of this thing. You want to take those apart. There's going to be these wires in the way, but that is a-okay. And you can't see this is just too dark, but there's two screws, you're just going to unscrew them. They go diagonally. Always go diagonally. Don't forget that. Alright, and once you get this fully out, screw will come right off pretty easily. Make sure you're actually gentle with these, okay? And you can put this to the side. You can actually put, if you wanted to, you could put the engine in there. And you can put everything back together, which I'm going to do real quick. Because I'm not going to need this for a while. So you might as well keep everything together. Just screw it barely in there, just so it's tight. Alright, so I just put them in there so they can stay. Put that to the side. Don't need that anymore. Annoying thing we got to take out, and that's the push pin. Usually, it goes in a specific way. You should be able to tap it out from the left side. From the left side of the, or wherever the switch is right here. To the right. You should be able to. Now this will scratch the paint on there. Sorry, but that's just how it is. So I'm just going to take my push pin or whatever. You can use a hammer or you can use a mallet. I like using a mallet. And then you're just going to bang it out. That came out pretty easily actually, which is good. And then there is this piece right here. There's more of a rugged end on this side. That always goes on the right side. So you put that to the side. We do have to take this stock out because there is another screw in here that's holding this thing so that so you can move the gearbox. But there is a screw in there. You can't see it because this camera isn't as great as I thought it would. There we go, got it. And this thing will just unscrew. Now, like I said earlier, this thing's a pain in the butt to get back together, like as far as the wiring goes. And I have to take it apart, so never mind. So I'll work on that later. It's to reassemble it. And if you're taking a gun apart for the first time, I recommend one that's wired to the front, because they're much less complicated and annoying than this one. There we go. Here's the screw, and then there's like a washer. Now, when this is in the gun, this part right here has to be facing the ground, like it has to be facing the ground. And there's also another washer. So I'll put that together, and that's how it goes, right in there. Boom. And that should come right out, and then that is your buttstock thing. I forgot what they call it. But there we are. Now we gotta take out this thing right here. This gearbox. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass, just because of the way they're designed. Sometimes you gotta like hit it. I don't like hitting it, but and there it is. There is this is actually a selector plate right here. This is your gearbox. All right, then that's it, guys. That's it. That's how you get the thing apart. Reassemble will happen after I actually paint the gun, but I just wanted to show that. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.